tell you one little story. They said one time there was a certain king, and he was very, very much attracted to the philosophy of non-duality. He was very, very much attracted and to every expression of spirituality and love for God. But he was particularly fond of non-dual thinking and so on. He was also a very funny guy, very much playful in his way. So one day, it said, one sadhu or yogi came to the gates of the palace. He was completely naked. Just one stick he had, completely naked. So he stood at the gates of the palace and he knocked with a stick. That's pretty good actually. Huh? So one guard come and opened a little window and looked at this naked sadhu standing there. He says, what do you want? He says, I have an appointment with the king. One moment. So he runs into where the king is sitting and he says, Your Majesty, there is one naked man, sadhu, who's standing at the palace gate with only a stick, and he says he has appointment with you, sir. So the king, naked man. Oh, he's trying to think. You see, maybe it's some little prank. Ask him, is he one of my ministers? Okay. Open the door. The king says, are you one of his ministers? The sadhu is looking like this. He says, higher than that. Higher than minister. One moment. Your Majesty, the naked man say, he's higher than that. Higher than minister. Is he one of my advisors? The king says, are you one of his advisors? The sadhu is standing there. Higher than that. Your Majesty, he says he's higher than that. Higher than my advisor. Is he one of my relatives? King says, are you one of his relatives? Higher than that. Your Majesty, the naked man says, higher than that. Higher than a relative. This is serious. Ask him if he's one of my generals. The king says, are you one of his generals? Higher than that. Go back. Your Majesty. He says, higher than that. Higher than general. Is he a prophet? King says, are you a prophet? Higher than that. Higher than that. Your Majesty, he says, higher than the prophet. Higher than prophet. So the king says, in his mind, thinking, is he a king from another country? Are you a king from another country? Higher than that. Then he went back. Then the king starts to sweat a little bit, uncomfortable. No? Ask him, is he God? The king says, are you God? So the yogi lights up. Higher than that. Like this. So now the king himself comes shuffling, come to the door. Open the door, open the door, open the door. He said to him, you see? They open the door, this yogi completely naked, shining. You say you're higher than God. Nothing is higher than God. So the yogi smiled and he says, I am that. What it mean? In that moment, the words struck this king so deeply, he collapsed, fainted. It took 7 people to carry the king to his bedroom. He could not open his eyes or nothing. The power of those words hit him so strong. They took him to his bed. When he woke up in 2 days, they came and he woke up and they helped him to sit up in the bed and everything and to put on his robes. Your Majesty, please put on your robe. He said, no, no, no. No, 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 no. I don't give to my son that robe. I have to go and find this one who is higher than that. What it means higher than God? It means higher than any concept you have of God. Beyond any concept you have. Higher than that. I must go and find the one who is above all things. What is he speaking? Higher than that. Can you search within yourself to find what the yogi is speaking? Higher than that. Higher than any concept. Meaning, without concept. Before concept. No arrogance. No judgment. No personality, no person. I just pointed you to that before. That which is before all beginnings, after all endings. There throughout all duration, immutable, unchanging, imperishable. Can such a thing be recognized in you? This is why I tell you this story. Is it only story? Is its effect only story? Is it only for fun? Okay.